Do 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 do. A friend I know is about to get a GFX 50S camera. Here it is. Here's the sexy beast, my friend. I know he's watching this video. It's a smell of medium format. Sorry, I had too much coffee! Excuse me. Yeah, one thing I did want to mention to him and other people, of course, you know, you don't actually have to slap a viewfinder on this. You can either stick like your X Pro trigger in this, of course, then you got nothing to look through. You look at your LCD display, of course. But there are two hot shoes on the GFX 50S. There's the one on top of the viewfinder, which is a hot shoe only. And then there's this one, which of course has hot shoe pin-out connectors. And then right up here at the front, there's the gold contacts. Those are there's like 20 of them, I believe. Those are the power and video feeds for the EVF and the actual viewfinder. Anyway, this is the GFX 50S. The GFX100. I don't even know why they're having a press event here in a few days on the GFX 100 megapixel. And people are going to say, are you going to get that camera? The answer is, yeah! Hell to the yes, I am. Press event on the GFX 100. It does have two SD cards. 50% faster autofocus. By the way, that's a Type 3.4 sensor. There's a Type 4.2 sensor that's used in like a Phase 1, for example. The Type 3.4 sensor, which is the same type size that's found in both current GFX cameras, which I own both thereof. But it has up to, from Fujifilm, they say up to 50% faster autofocus. That's using the new sensor, which is the IMX 461. That's correct. The new sensor is the IMX 461 sensor. It's a 100 megapixel backside illuminated sensor with near corner to corner phase detect points. So there's several reasons for the faster autofocus. Of course, the slowest lens for the GFX series. Currently, there's 8. There's 2 more coming. The 2 more coming is the 40 to 100 millimeter. Isn't that right? Or 50 to 100. Then later this autumn, that was the word from a Fujifilm representative. Early fall was the 50 millimeter f3.5 pancake lens, which is a 40 millimeter field of view equivalent. So that'll make 10 lenses in total. But the reason for the faster autofocus is obviously, one, the phase detect on sensor autofocus points. But number 2, I think they're going to do the same thing on the GFX 100 that they did on the XT3, which was subdivide out separate channels, one for autofocus and one for exposure calculation, thereby making autofocus calculation and adjustments sent to lens faster. So lenses like the 110 millimeter, which is basically the 85 millimeter portrait lens, is an 85 millimeter f1.5 equivalent lens, will be a lot faster because they have already very fast autofocus system within them, the linear rail system. 16-bit, true 16-bit, not like that. Well, you'll see. This is what you're going to say. You're going to say, oh, but the Hasselblad uses a 16-bit too. It's like, no, it's not. It's in a 16-bit package, but it's a 14-bit and a 16-bit package. So Hasselblad is not true 16-bit, but this will be true 16-bit. Big difference. 36, oh my God, decibels of gain, native sensor gain. Get this. This makes me hot under the collar. 12.5 times higher resolution than 4K video. Let's repeat that. 12.5 times higher than 4K. Negative 2 EV. That is in the realm of Nikon D5, Nikon D850 territory, girlfriend. Negative 2 EV. In other words, you could shoot. Medium format is not really meant for that. When you're using medium format, it's meant for serious lighting. You have total control over the lighting. But what Fujifilm is the first company in the world, Phase 1, by the way, I don't know if you've ever used the Phase 1. Not only do they feel cheap and plasticky and are 50,000 bucks, but the autofocus on them sucks. It sucks so bad you can't even believe how much. The autofocus on an old X Pro 1 Fujifilm, did you hear me? X Pro 1 Fujifilm is superior to that on a $50,000 Phase 1. Fact, by the way. Fujifilm now has medium format, and by the way, the GFX50S, I confirm this over and over and over again, do intermediate action. That's at 30 yards or less, women galloping on horses in horsing events. That's what we call moderate action. With 50%, and now we're getting 75 to 80% hit rate. That means just shy of 100% hit rate on moderate action, and doable, depending on your distance to subject, doable fast action. That's unbelievable. Medium format has always been, and it is still huge, right? Even the GFX100 is huge, of course. I've seen it in the hands of several people. I would love to get my hands on it. I will have my hands on it soon enough because it will be mine. Fujifilm is actually driving medium format into a whole new arena. And people say, well, you know, at Fujifilm you need to come out with a full-frame sensor camera. Fujifilm is busting their ass to take a camera system platform, medium format, into a realm where it has never, ever, ever gone before. Sounds like something from Star Trek, right? Star Wars. In a galaxy far, far away. I mean, it sounds like hyperbole, but I mean, it's hardcore empirical fact and truth. Fujifilm is pushing medium format into a realm where nobody else... Fujifilm already dominates everybody's ass by miles and miles and miles. Everybody else is an earthworm crawling on their crotch in the dirt compared to Fujifilm on medium format, which is, you know, circling the Earth at 36,000 miles an hour at the level of the International Space Station when it comes to medium format. So they already own everybody's ass on medium format, as is. But with this, I mean, that's absolutely just frigging incredible. There is no chance that anybody has any chance in hell of it. What Fujifilm's done is amazing on this. Now, like I said in a prior video I made today, Fujifilm dominates everybody on two arenas out of the three prosumers: crop sensor and medium format. The only thing that's left is full frame, and to hell with that. There's already market saturation on. Everybody's out in the battlefield killing each other, chopping heads off. You ever seen that? I forget which movie it was. There's some guys up on a hill watching everybody kill each other down on the battlefield. That's that Fujifilm looking at everybody kill each other over full-frame sensor. I'm going to sell this. They're just coming out with new and new and new full-frame sensor cameras. Great. Wonderful. 50% faster autofocus, phase detect, -2 EV, 16-bit true 80 converter, 36 decibels of gain, 12.5 times higher resolution of 4K, and IBIS also. IBIS will be useful. I said many thousands of times no photographer needs IBIS. And I mean that when it regards to full frame and crop sensor, but for medium format where shutter shake is a serious issue, and it is a serious issue. Anybody that shoots medium format will tell you that. And I've explained that, the reason why, 1,000 times. It actually has to do with shutter speed's not the same. Sure it is. Shutter speed. No, it isn't. The time of sensor exposure is different than the time required to complete that sensor exposure. And this is why shutter shake is an issue with medium format. This is the reason why a hand strap is a big boon for medium format. You're able to take all these muscles that are fighting each other and shaking the camera and remove them. This is why professional archers, and I used to be a professional archer actually with 5-spot competitions. I actually made bowstrings and I gave archery lessons. This is why professional archers, they don't hold their bow when we're talking about compound target shooting. They actually take their entire hand away from the bow, other than of course this center section. They don't grab it at all because then you have all these muscles fighting each other. So hand straps are incredibly useful. Anybody that has a medium format GFX, you should build yourself a damn hand strap. Doesn't have to be leather. It could be whatever the hell you want. Nylon, duct tape. You can make a duct tape hand strap. This would be so great. Not only is it a BSI 100 megapixel Thankfully, I have a new iMac that I purchased like 6 months ago. And I've got a new MacBook Pro to handle those. When you open up a RAW file on your computer's going to go, ah! I can see somebody opening up a RAW file from the 100 megapixel on their computer, and it's like, what's that sound? What's that sound? That's my computer screaming at the file size. Yeah, so when you get that 100 megapixel Fujifilm, you should team up with Apple. It's like, you buy a GFX100S, you need to buy a new iMac 5K display with the 32 gig of RAM minimum. We're going to give you a $100 rebate. You buy a GFX100, you get a $100 off coupon towards a solid state drive equipped 32 gig of RAM, 27 inch, a 5K iMac. There we go. Which, thankfully, I already have. Thankfully. Because you don't want to pop in that RAW file and listen to your computer scream, which it will. There's a photographer guy I know. He made a realization a couple days ago. He's like, you know, I said, what? I just realized. He's sending me his pictures to look at. And he goes, I realized that you could see more detail on my pictures than I can in my own pictures. I was like, yep, you need to get yourself a 27-inch 4K. Well, mine's 5K, actually. 27-inch 5K iMac. Oh, my God. I can't wait for that camera to drop. Yeah, to answer the question, I keep getting asked all the time. You got to get that 100 megapixel GFX camera when it comes out. Hell yeah, girlfriend. So, thank you so much for watching. Hope you like these videos, and wait for it. Fuji! This video is indicative of drinking too much caffeine. Thank you.